Hey everyone, my name is Ezequiel, aka Ese, and this is my first video in English, and hopefully not the last. Uh, in case you don't know, I'm from Mexico. Maybe I should say Mexico. That's the way we pronounce it here, in Spanish at least. But anyway, I decided to make this video because a few weeks ago, maybe months, I was looking for options to buy my very first full suspension bike. But I couldn't find so many options at the stores here in my city. So I had to look for it on YouTube. And that's the wonderful thing about YouTube, right? That you could find anything. Hopefully this video could help someone else just the way YouTube helped me. So without further ado, this is my bike check of my brand new 2021 Giant Trance X 3. Let's get started. So here it is, guys. The brand new 2021 Giant Trance X 3, my first full suspension bike. First of all, I have to say that we are already at the second half of 2021, but there's a shortage around the world about bikes and some other recreational products, and I decided to go for it and buy the 2021 version because I'm not sure if there will be some 2022 models available soon here in my country and in my city. So as soon as I knew that there was this bike, which is my size M, available coming, I decided to go for it and pay in advance, and so I could pick it up like a couple of days ago. Considering price and value, I think this was the best bike for me. The 2021 Giant Trance X3 is a full suspension bike with an aluminum frame, but with very good components considering the price of this bike. Let's begin with the frame. This bike comes with an Alux lightweight aluminum frame with a rear suspension, they call it the Maestro suspension, with 135 millimeters of travel, and a flip chip in which you can change the position from high to low and vice versa, and in which the high will be very useful when you are pedaling uphill, and in the low position you will be able to go faster downhill and on technical terrains. The frame has protections here in the chainstay, so your chain is not slapping like running the paint here. And it also has a protection here down the frame, in the low frame. Of course, the cables are internally routed. They come here. The cables from the brakes, the drivetrain and the dropper post are all internally routed. It also has a tapered head tube for better control on the descents on the trail. Now let's talk about suspensions. In the front we have a 150 millimeter of travel RockShox 35. It comes with compression adjustment as well as rebound adjustment. So I believe this is a very nice suspension fork, and let's see how it behaves. And I forgot to mention that this is an air suspension. For the rear suspension we have a Fox float shock with 135 millimeters of travel, and it has three positions. The first one, it is completely closed, firm. This will be very useful when you're pedaling uphill or in flat areas, so you don't lose efficiency. The second one is medium, which is for not too difficult terrains, I would say. And the third position, it is completely open. This is the one that will be more fun to use because this is used for downhill or tricky terrains. I also mentioned before that you have the option to change the position here on the flip chip so that it affects immediately the performance of the shock according to your needs. With 130 millimeters of travel in the front and 135 millimeters of travel in the back, this is considered a trail bike, not a cross-country bike or enduro bike, but this is what I was looking for, an all-mountain bike that I could enjoy. Talking about the drivetrain, this bike comes with a 1x12 SRAM SX Eagle, which is considered a entry-level drivetrain for this kind of bikes, but I think it will do the job. All the components of the drivetrain are from SRAM. We have a 32 train ring, the dub cranks, the rear derailleur is an SX, and also we have the shifters, which are also SX. And also, I forgot to mention that the chain is also from SRAM. In order to keep the cost low, Giant has decided to put several components of its own brand. Let's check them all. In the cockpit, we can find the Giant branded contact bars, the contact stem, and as well as the Giant grips, which I don't think are too bad. We also have here the lever for the dropper post, which is also a Giant. Here you have it. And also we have the Romeo saddle, also from Giant. The hubs are also from Giant, both the one in the front and the one in the rear. Now let's talk more in detail about the wheels and the tires. This is a 29er. The wheels, as I said, are from Giant. These are tubeless ready, and the tires are also tubeless ready, so the whole bike is already tubeless prepared. In the front, we have a Minion DHF Maxxis tire, which is 2.5 width. And in the back, we have also a Maxxis tire, which is a Dissector 2.4 width. This is very nice because it is very good for speed, this one in the rear. And in the front it is a little wider, and this is because it is more necessary to have control in the front wheel and more traction as well. Perhaps one of the best features this bike is equipped with are the brakes. These are the MT420 4-piston brakes from Shimano, and in the front we have a 200mm rotor, and in the rear we have a 180mm rotor. And the levers of the brakes are the Shimano MT401. It's a lot of braking power. I've seen some reviews on YouTube about these brakes, and they say they are very nice brakes. That's what I said at the beginning of the video, that this bike has a very good balance between price and value. And this is because even though it has some entry-level components, such as the drivetrain and some other components from Giant itself, it also have components such as the brakes and the shock, and also the fork suspension in the front, which are very good components that you would usually find on a more expensive bike. I almost forgot to mention that this bike comes without pedals, so I had already bought these pedals from Amazon. This is a brand, I don't know how to pronounce it, but these are flats with pins, and yeah, I think they'll do the work. So here you have it, guys. The 2021 Giant Trance X3, my new and first full suspension bike. I'm very eager to start using it on the mountain, and hopefully you like it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, just check out my videos, and if you like them, feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you, and see you in the next one.